Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Bills Mafia and Go Bills Podcast post-game show presented by GoBillsPodcast.com. This is the fifth straight victory Sunday where we get to talk about what the Bills did right, what the Bills did wrong, and ways that the Bills can improve next week when they take on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Buffalo Bills moved to 8-2 on the season as they picked up a 30-20 victory over the Indianapolis Colts. This was a game that the Bills kind of had it under control from the beginning, but they kept the Indianapolis Colts in the game throughout the game and gave them opportunities to put points on the board. This was a little bit of a sloppy game overall, as I would say. Maybe you guys would disagree with me for saying that, but overall, the Bills put up 30 points, number one. And they did it based off of their defense. Their defense played very well, having 4 sacks on the day, as well as 4 turnovers on the day as well, making it a wonderful victory for the Bills as they move to 8-2 and pretty much solidify the AFC East, and they move on to face the Kansas City Chiefs before they have a bye week in Week 12. Now, the Bills, let's go over some of the numbers that they had today. We'll start with the team stats. The Bills had 415 yards of total offense today. 280 of those were passing yards from Josh Allen, 135 in rushing yards. They moved that number up significantly from their first half stats. Their yards per play from the second half to the game to the first half went down a little bit too, from about 6.5 yards per play to 5.9. They picked up 21 first downs, 10 of those in the second half. They went 7 of 14 on third down efficiency. Fourth down efficiency, 2 of 3. They didn't have one in the first half, so they picked up 2 fourth downs in the game. 70 total plays on offense for the Bills, 2 sacks in the game, 2 punts as well. 8 penalties for 54 yards in the game. 2 interceptions thrown by Josh Allen, and they held the ball for 32 minutes of the game. So some good numbers. We will get you some of the player stats for the game. We'll start off with Josh Allen. He was 22 of 37 for 280 yards, 0 touchdowns passing, and 2 interceptions. He also had 8 rushes for 50 yards and a touchdown in the game. So he moves to second place in a tie for second place for rushing touchdowns in the Bills' career. He can pass O.J. Simpson with his his next rushing touchdown, when he gets one, which will probably be next week. He'll be second all-time behind Thurman Thomas as well, so that'll be interesting to see. The leading receiver in the game, Mac Hollins, had 4 catches for 86 yards in the game. The leading person with catches was Khalil Shakir, 6 catches for 58 yards in the game. Leading the way in terms of defensive stats was a tie between Terrell Bernard and Dorian Williams with 9 tackles. Dorian led the way with 6 tackles and 3 of those assisted. Terrell Bernard came in with 4 tackles. 5 of those were assisted as well. So 9 total tackles, but 6 of them were solo, 3 of them assisted, 4 of them that were solo for Terrell Bernard, 5 assisted. The interceptions in the game, 1 came from Taylor Rapp, the other one, Taron Johnson. And then later in the game, Austin Johnson having an interception. So 3 total interceptions in the game for the Buffalo Bills, and then the 1 fumble that was recovered as well. In total of sacks, Greg Rousseau, Taron Johnson having a sack, AJ Epinesa, and Quentin Jefferson. What a wonderful welcome for him to be on the team. Quentin Jefferson having the sack as well, making his presence known for the Buffalo Bills. Let's turn it over to some of the other games that took place today. We'll start with the AFC East games, and we will get you to the Patriots game. It was 19-3. The Patriots won over the Bears today. A wonderful win for them. The 49ers held off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 23 to 20. today. The Kansas City Chiefs, they were able to hold off the Denver Broncos on a missed field goal at the end of the game. So the Kansas City Chiefs moved to 9-0 on the season as they face the Buffalo Bills next week. And hopefully they'll get their first loss next week against Buffalo. The Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Commanders 28-27. That was a game that was a shootout back and forth throughout the game. The Vikings defeated the Jaguars 12-7. A little bit of a weird score there, but that's interesting to see. The Saints, who were up 17-7 at halftime, defeated the Falcons 20-17. That was a game that not a lot of people expected the Saints to win. So kudos for them and to be able to have their new head coach get his first win in his first game there as well. Some of the 425 games that are going on right now, the Titans are up 7-3 on the Chargers. The Cardinals are up 7-0 on the Jets, and no score in the Eagles and Cowboys game. But good numbers from the Buffalo Bills in terms of what they did today. I'm excited to see what they do next week as they will face the Kansas City Chiefs in a very important game that could be for first place if the Chiefs have another loss this week. So we'll see what happens there as well. Let's turn it over to the scoring summary for the game. We'll start off with the overall score from the beginning of the game all the way to the end of the game. The first score of the game was a Taron Johnson 23-yard interception return for a touchdown with Tyler Bass kicking the extra point, making it 7-0 for Buffalo. Then with 5 minutes and 33 seconds in the first quarter, Tyler Bass kicking a 29-yard field goal to make it 10-0. Then with 3 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter, Matt Gay kicked a 27-yard field goal, making it 10-3. And this is where the Indianapolis Colts went on a 13-point run with Tyler Goodson on his birthday, scoring a 2-yard touchdown pass from Joe Flacco, making it 10-10 in the game. I messed that up. I apologize. Then you see Matt Gay making a 23-yard field goal with 6 minutes and 32 seconds left in the half, making it 13-10. And this is where the Bills started putting on some points, having 10 unanswered points to end the first half. Josh Allen having a 13-yard touchdown run with Tyler Bass making the extra point, making it 17-13. Then Tyler Bass making a 47-yard field goal as time expired in the half, making it 20-13. And then the Bills continued that run with another 10-point run before it was answered with Tyler Bass making a 28-yard field goal and then James Cook running it in for a 2-yard touchdown, making it 30-13 at that point in the fourth quarter. Then with 2 seconds left in the game and a little bit of a blowout type situation, Alec Pierce scored a 10-yard touchdown pass from Joe Flacco on Brandon Congrington on that play, making it 30-20 in the final score for the game. But wonderful game from the Buffalo Bills. Excited to see what they will do and build on this game. Let's continue to stay positive and let's continue to look at what the Bills will do and other teams in the AFC East will do this week and see if the Bills have a chance at solidifying the AFC East in the coming weeks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, as well as Threads. You can also find us on our website, gobillspodcast.com. Click on over where you can find all of our upcoming shows throughout the week. Our next show that we will have is our Overreaction Monday show. You will not want to miss that as we go around the NFL and give you some of the takes on what happened in the NFL in week 11. This is a wonderful week that we got to see. I'm sorry, week 11 that we get to see. Sorry, week 10. I'm ahead of myself in terms of weeks that we are at. So stay tuned for that, and you'll get to see all of the upcoming games that we have throughout the week. But this has been Go Bills Podcast. We will see you next time for another edition of the post-game show. Until then, Go Bills.